Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Capital City Baptist Church. Today's devotional is based upon Jeremiah 29, verse 11, and it reads like this. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. You know, as a teacher through the years, I've come to understand that there are good days and there are challenging days. There are days when the students are definitely on point, ready to learn, and cooperative, and there are other days when the students are not on point, not ready to learn, and cooperation a struggle, for sure. Nevertheless, as a teacher, although we can and certainly do make adjustments, limited concessions, and so forth, we still need to continue our drive until it's over. The school year, that is. And continue I will until the school year is over. And I have set my goals for my students since the beginning of the semester, the beginning of the year, that regardless of attitudes or end of the year itis behavior, I must plow through to accomplish. And again, whether my students realize it or not, whether they like it or not, and whether they appreciate, like it, want it or not, the goals must be met. In the verse of Jeremiah 29:11, the Lord explains to his people that he has plans for us. And that despite what we think, they are for our best interests. They're not evil, and they will help shape and form our future and eternal hope. When I begin a school year, I usually like to give my students what we call a syllabus, which has a list of the things we're going to learn around what days of the year we can expect to be at that particular subject, and around what days we can expect to have them learn that. Now, does it always go exactly the way that I mapped it out? Not exactly. But I know that regardless of COVID, fires, inclement weather, tragic events in the student body, and other unforeseen delays, we will seek to accomplish those goals. With God, the roadmap, lesson plan, however you want to call it, might seem at times quite obscure. But for the Lord, there is no obscurity. He knows exactly to the minute and second the what, the why, the where, the how, and the when of our lives. In fact, he has known before the foundation of the world. Now, how's that for organization and master planning? And so when we are feeling like we're facing challenges in which we're not sure how this all works or understand why they are even happening and to what purpose, we must remember that we are in the hands of the master teacher, creator, and sustainer, who does know exactly the answers to our limited questions that keep popping up in our heads. We must remember again and again that he knows why he allows things, and he also knows the ultimate outcome, and that they are for our welfare and not for evil, to give us a future and a hope. I like to drive. I like to know that I have somewhat control of the transport to my destination. But however, when I board a bus, a train, a boat, a taxi, or even more nerve-wracking, an airplane, I feel that I'm putting my life into someone else's hands with no control of my part. At that point, I don't feel very comfortable. And any movement that I perceive as turbulent, it makes my feelings of security dwindle drastically in some cases. Nevertheless, what a relief it is when the ride is over and we're at our destination, safe and sound. And all the feelings of nervousness, gone. Here's the challenge, brothers and sisters. Let us allow ourselves to not lose our confidence in the master teacher, creator, sustainer, and driver who knows exactly what the roadmap is, how we will get there, and that he will get us there according to his perfect will. Let us rejoice that our lives are in his hands, and that regardless of the situation, he's in control. We don't have to worry. We don't have to fret. We need to keep our attitudes in check instead. And we need to trust him now and forevermore. until he comes. May God bless you. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday if the Lord wills.